So we got everything out of the inside of the boat. Up under here is going to be pretty interesting to see how that vertical board is tabbed in and attached, but we'll do that last, I reckon. First we got to get this rub rail off so we can crack it in half. I gotta say, great shame on whoever did all this. We've got a bunch of rusty, weird screws jammed through the rub rail just in an attempt to hold it on. Just jammed them through there, didn't care. And here's a pretty big issue. This little drain plug goes through the transom and into the splash well, and this is meant to be a pressed in plug, and instead we've jammed a small plastic plug through the transom where water exists, and I rather doubt that we even put glue in there. I guess we'll find out this way. We'll just give it a little bump. And yeah, that came out the back. That's not good. That means it's not glued in there. Just giving it a little tap, popped it through, and I can see that there's no glue. So those are meant to be like this, where you've got a special tool that goes on either side of it and compresses a tube to flare both sides of this and have a nice drain, and you seal it with some 3M 5200, and then you don't have issues. So there's no way the transom's good, but we're gonna redo it anyway. Other shameful things, I don't know what those are there for. Maybe it was delaminating and they jammed some screws in. Hard to say. These hooks have been moved and I don't think it's a good idea to put them there. This is where they were, and there's just holes there. Boy, I hope they didn't use this boat too recently. And we got lots of terrible screws. The rub rail's screwed up anyway. We're not even going to try to save it. So we'll get them out, and the next thing we're going to do though is start grinding all of these rivets out. We're going to take, because we can't get at the top of them, I'm not sure if they must have riveted this before they put the cap on. We're just going to grind the bottom of them until we can drill at it. Let's get to going. This is a little close up here. You can see the bottom of the rivet poking out, and there's no rivet on the top. So we're going to grind the bottom till we can drill it, like I said.
Roll up in the actions, we'll never smile. I can't thank him enough for making me feel safe on the road again. I was completely comfortable and well taken care of.
At Valvoline, our experts go the extra mile. That's why we provide an 18-point safety check, free every oil change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Boy, whoever did this, just learn from them And don't do this. What is this? You had some steel capped nuts and bolts laying around, so you jammed them through the rub rail of your boat that was coming up? Look at this. Look at what you've done. It's terrible troubles. But really, if this rub rail wasn't screwed up, we'd have maybe been able to save it. Though I don't like reusing it anyway, because riveting through 2 chunks of fiberglass that are stuck together and really only tabbed and laminated on the inside, and you're supposed to have this all glued down with 5200 real good. It's come apart a bit. But obviously there's a tendency for riveted aluminum to move around and fail as it flexes. We'll just go ahead and do this on the rest of the boat and start cutting her in half. Let's get it. So, there's just over 100 more rivets that we gotta get out of this. Grind them, drill them, pop it all free. And I figure let's just make it fun. We'll just pretend we really enjoy it. Get the rest of this rub rail off, because boy, I am excited to get to this part. We're gonna stick some saws in here and cut this sucker in half, pull the top off. Oh, we're gonna see all the candy then. What do we have to do? I'm excited for this boat. Several rivets later, I sort of thought about it, and I thought, well, I'm not trying to save this rub rail. Why am I kind of being careful? What the heck? So I found a much faster way. If you just grab the back of the grinder, hook that rivet. No, yeah, I damaged the heck out of that rub rail there. Put a big old gouge in it. Terrible troubles, but I didn't hit the fiberglass. And the rivet's super easy to drill out. Heck, I might not even have to drill it out at that point. So I figured I'll just do the rest like that since I'm throwing it away anyway. You gotta be careful, but let's make this fast. So the top's ready to come off. And in the front here, you can see, boy, the only thing holding this together at all, well, nothing in the front. Now, as we go around, there's quite a few issues, like they drilled a bunch of holes, put some screws in, and, you know, here it's not connected at all. But we're going to take the vibe saw, stick it in that crack, because on the inside at least it's laminated and tabbed in at least. We'll cut that away. Now in the back there's a few spots where you can see, I think this might be the original glue or resin that they used when they put it together and let it ooze out, and then put the cap on and glued it all down. So we've got to grind this away first so we can get at that crack. And we'll just start on the outside and try to get it all out of there and shoot in straight, and then we'll go to the inside and saw and be very careful cutting this in half so we get a nice straight clean cut. Yeah.